All right, so wanted to kind of show an example. You see I went down this way, so that's all I was doing is just pushing it this way. So show you where it's dipping. You can see right here is real thick. I think this is where they pushed everything up in this little corner right in here. So I mean, it was thin as you can see, but back behind all this is all the brush. So when you come down through here, you can kind of see it does this right here. So when I get done, I kind of go at an angle. So when I push stuff up, even, you know, a quart or like just a, you know, handful falling down in a little dip helps out. So when you back drag it, it smooths it back out. So like right here, you can see that I done exactly what I said. Right up here, pretty smooth. So as I'm trying to get down this way, because this one's gonna be a little thicker than that, so I'm trying to pack it, but I'm finding barrels. I've got all kinds of stuff. So tomorrow I'm gonna spend at least the first few hours mulching all that stuff and then kind of clean it up. So I'm probably gonna have to push this a little bit and then kind of push some of this up this way because it dips. So I'm trying to keep that pitch. So I have to probably bring some, because this right here is the good dirt, but rest of that is just a bunch of like trees and garbage and all that. So this is about the best dirt, so I left this that way I can patch some of that. So once I get this mulched, I can fill this dip in. You can kind of see, because if I push it all down here, it's going to leave like a little dip. So I'm gonna mulch all this up, and then, you know, you can see some of it's hard to, and all, like these little chunks, stuff like that, it's hard to back drag, and when you do, and then it leaves a big old hole. So but see, like chunks like that, I'll have, which when I come back in here to hit this to smooth it up, then I'll, you know, it'll pick it up. But right here I haven't touched much of it, but the rest of this is, you know, a little swoopy a little bit. But once I come back and hit it a little bit, I got a little high right here. That's what it looks like to me. It's a little high right here, so I'm gonna kind of go at different angles so that way I can cut some of it. But other than that, it's almost 5. I was going to push a little bit longer and see what I can't do and try to get some of this garbage up so I don't have to get back over here and get in the machine and then have to get back out. So I gotta, there's a 50-gallon drum sitting over there, so I gotta go pick it up or something. It's something big, but it's metal. But trying to keep that pitch, because you can see back there, I'm not sure, I ain't got to zoom on it, but that right there is rock. So all this is rock, so I'm trying to put all that to where it don't wash all this dirt off, but also it's got the good nice slope, but you know, clean, but it's also smooth as it transitions. Instead of having, you know, that much of a dip and it drops off, I want it off as soon as it comes down, it's all one depth. So, but you can see I've probably cut a few feet out of it, and I've still got more to cut. So I think this dirt will reach all the way down to the corner, but I'm gonna have to kind of push it down that way instead of all at one point, so when they look at it, then it's, you know, why is dirt missing over there? As in, like, if I can make it all smooth in one swoop like that, kind of clean it up, but also make it look good, so that way it's like, oh, he pushed too far on this side, it looks goofy. So but yeah, rest of this dirt will probably go over here, and then, because you can't really, well, it drops off pretty good bit right over here. So once I get all that and all that brush, and then push it, and then push right here on that road, there's a big old dip, and then right down through there. So we should be plenty. Get everything filled up, head on home. All right, back on the job site for day 3. We're supposed to have a wind chill. Well, pretty much the Arctic storm right before Christmas, so it's a few days before Christmas. Today is, I think, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So I'm trying to hurry up, finish this job so that way I can get paid. But I've also got to do some mulching real quick. I'm gonna do that real quick. Try to see if I can't whittle out some of the brush, but also help me clean some of the stuff up so that way I don't have to push it up and deal with it later. I can go ahead and mulch it now and then just kind of scrape stuff out of the way with the excavator, and then come in and finish the rest of it. I may take the excavator and try to rake some of that stuff down to kind of see if I can't help the skid steer. And I've still got one more pile down there, and then behind this rental house behind it, I couldn't mulch it last time because of the garbage that, you know, you accumulate over the years was back there, like patio swing sets. I think I seen half a grill. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. People just kind of threw some like shovels, and it's all growed up back here, so I'll have to dig it out with the excavator. So back out here letting everything warm up. It's not cold, but the longer you stay out here, it gets a little chillier every time. So got the machine warming up. I'll hook the mulcher up real quick. I got to clean those ends out where the dirt fell on there, so I'll have to get that cleaned up. But go ahead and get started, get everything warming up. So I got all the piles around, except for this right here, because I didn't get it all the way out. But I'm gonna take all this, rake it back. I'm gonna rake all this and kind of throw it way out of the way, so that way I can go ahead and start pushing dirt. But I might just go ahead, since I've got the mulcher on, go ahead and mulch it up. But I just want to get all the dirt because I still got that pile over there. But probably not gonna get done today, just because I still got to finish this up and get the rest of that stuff. And then I got a big log of cedar. I'm gonna take that home actually and cut it up in chunks, so that way I can put it in my truck. I take slivers like this and throw it in the machine because it makes it smell like cedar. Stuff like this right here. Put it in your truck. I cut them down a little bit shorter, like little teeny chunks. Maybe something like this. Throw it in there, and then the truck and the skid steer smells like cedar, so it smells really good. But you can kind of see, you know, it's a lot better than just kind of throwing that stuff underneath it. So I mean, it smells good. It smells like cedar over here. But I got to come back and mulch some of this up. Didn't realize that's what sucks, when it grabs it, it slings it out. So I have to throw this stuff in a pile, but I'm gonna grab some of these pieces. Makes it smell good. Right here's the jackpot. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this up, and then I mulched some of that over there, but I'm gonna have, which it really ain't in the way except for that stump. So I'm gonna move it, work my way over here, kind of rake it up, so that way I can mulch it up a lot finer. So that's probably what I'll do, is go ahead and just mulch what I can, and then the rest of it will be just push it. Looks like a fuel filter. Well, that's what we got. I can kind of feel it sprinkling, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to push all this down right in here, smooth it up, and then the rest of that will be just kind of making it level from where we're at now. So we'll see what that does. All right, it's been a few hours of pushing dirt and trying to clean it up. Starting to get cold now. So with everything going, it's going pretty good. Some of it's dip, I'll have to come back and kind of cut it a little bit, but I think if I don't, then it'll pile up right in here. You can see I got to push around this for a little, kind of even it up, so that way the rain will come down, wash it down. But this is good practice. But you got this stuff right here, big old chunks. It's like an Ethernet cord or something. Just all kinds of stuff in this thing. Big old stumps, roots. So I'm gonna throw them down here to rot. Just kind of pushing it, kind of thinning it up, but packing it too. So that's what I'm doing, is kind of pushing and packing, but also trying to get the chunks out. That's what we got so far. Then we'll finish this up, and then we'll start over there where the excavator's at now with the third pile. But I'm gonna make sure, because I told the lady 2 days, but I didn't think, I mean, this pile is at least 10 foot tall. Because see how high it is up there, it was taller than that. So, and then I had enough to at least put 4 inches all the way down, all the way over here. Over next to that pile, it's about right over in here, about 4 inches right in here packed. I say packed as in packed with a machine. So